AV Glamour, which I got at Burlington, but I know you guys have all seen it at TJ Maxx. Normally in TJ Maxx, even though they have stuff in boxes, most of their stuff is sitting out. And what I like about that is that we get to spray it and smell it. But what I like about getting this at Burlington is that it actually came in the box. I've actually never seen it at Burlington until recently. And when I saw it, I was like, yes, I'm going to get it because I've smelt it so many times at TJ Maxx and almost got it. And it's one of those ones I don't know why I didn't end up walking out with because every time I've sprayed it, I'm like, oh, I like that. So anyway, I got, here's the box. It's like that reddish pinky uh, color with silver. And, you know, it's 3 ounces, $7.99. That's a lot. That 3 ounces is a lot for $7.99, especially when this is so pretty. So I want to clarify too, though, this is the AV Glamour. Apparently there's original AV and there's also at least another flanker called, I think somebody said like AV Glamour Midnight Blossom or something. This is AV Glamour. Yes, this is plastic, but it's a heavy bottle, and my cap, somebody else said theirs wasn't tight. Mine is on very tight, as you could see, and it sprays really nicely. I've already sprayed my little bedtime pig pillow because I don't mind it, because I really like it. Actually, I got this a couple nights ago, and I've sprayed my pillows and blankets twice, 2 nights in a row, because I like it that much. And it's one that you can do that, and it's not going to give you a headache or anything. But I'll spray it again. You can see it has a nice spray on it. Oh, that's pretty. So this is my second time doing this video, you guys, because I'm tired and I've already had my bath, and I didn't like the first one. Anyway, so this is considered a free floral woody fragrance, and it came out in 2013. I really like it. It's really pretty. I think it's very versatile. Some people have said they didn't think it projected or had lasting power. I think for a fragrance at this cost particularly, that it does project pretty well, especially if you're somebody who's a moderate to heavy sprayer. And it does last long enough that when I spray my pillow and blankets at night, I can smell it on my pillows and blankets in the morning. I'm going to try to be quick on this one because I rambled last time. The main accords, according to Fragrantica, are ozonic, aquatic, woody, powdery, floral, sweet, green, and warm, spicy. Now, Fragrantica only lists 3 notes, so I looked up the notes elsewhere, and I ended up looking on the online shop that you guys are probably familiar with, Palm Beach Beauty Shop online, and they did have the fragrance listed on their site, and they are listed as top notes of velvet peach skin. Fragrance is so mental. When I read that, I actually think that it doesn't just smell like the juicy peach itself, but that soft, fuzzy, gentle, fuzzy peach skin. I don't know if that's just because it's in my head, but once I read it, I was like, oh yeah. My daughter said the same thing. Continuing on, bergamot and pear blossom. Middle notes of white rose, Jasmine Sambac, and violet candy, which I'll talk more about later because I looked that up. And base notes of musk, vanilla bean, and sandalwood. I think this is very pretty. And I want to say too that I feel like this fragrance smells different when you're inside than when you're outside. I mean, it smells the same, but has a slightly different effect. I remember really liking this, spraying this in TJ Maxx, which I'm more often than not in there in the evening. So when I come outside, it's more of in the cool of the night. You might think that this would be spring summery fragrance, and it could be because I feel like it's versatile, and it's not, it's fairly light, not ultra light, but you could wear it easily, you know, in spring and summer. But I feel like this shines in the cool of the night. Like it's October right now in South Carolina. Whenever you might be watching this, it's October right now. And after spraying my pillow the first time, I went outside and I was like, oh yes, it does have a different effect at night. I'm bringing that up because I saw one person comment on Fragrantica they were like, I don't know why it's named Glamour. It's a pretty fragrance, but there's nothing glamorous about it. I disagree. Um, when you spray it indoors, to me, it's more of that fruity floral, maybe almost more spring, summer like, or you could even actually wear this, you know, in the office or on a date, I think. But when you go out in the cool of the night, that the you still smell the fruit, but I feel like that creamy jasmine sandalwood comes out. And uh, jasmine and sandalwood are both known aphrodisiacs, and they have that effect, and they're sexy together. I also find that on me anyway, and in my mind, this has almost like a creamy metallic note, and other people might not smell that. After I said it, my daughter said, "Oh my gosh, you're so right. Fragrance is so like mental." She's like, "Now that you say that, yes, I smell that." I like metallic notes, and so I'm thinking, you know, what is that? What is this nice, almost to me, it makes my mouth water. This ever so slight metallic note, and it's got to be the rose because rose can have that. Um, as you probably know, rose can have a metallic rose to it. And this is listed as white rose, and I think that's the metallic that I'm getting, that nice metallic white rose that's mixed in with these other notes that I've mentioned. I feel like you could smell all the notes. It really, when it dries down, you still pick up that peach and that metallic rose, but it's a creamy, the musk is that very light musk that's very, very softly present that mixes so well with sandalwood and so many fragrances. But peachy, creamy, metallic, sweet sandalwood with jasmine. I think it's very sexy, and I think it does deserve the name Glamour, especially in the cool of the night. I actually like the bottle. It's a heavy bottle. It almost looks like a unisex bottle design to me, almost like a, I don't know, kind of like a silver wave or something. But it looks like that could be a men's or a women's design, although this is a, that anybody could wear it. It would smell good, of course, but certainly a female marketed fragrance for sure, because it definitely has a very pretty feminine vibe to it. Also, I was going to say, when you spray it indoors, it has a little tiny bit of a shampoo vibe to it. And I'm sure that is coming from the jasmine, because we all know jasmine can have that soapy, shampooy smell to it. But it's not that sharp soapy smell. This is not soapy. It just has, when I sprayed indoors, it's a very appealing, you know, like that shower fresh shampoo type hint in it. It's not overly soapy by any means, but slightly shampoo vibe, which I like. So let me go ahead and by the way, oh, let me say this too. When I sprayed this, I was like, what is that similar to? And it almost immediately occurred to me. I don't know if I already said it in this take, in this video. I don't think I did. Dare by Guess. It has, it's not exactly the same, but it has quite a bit of similarity to Guess Dare, which I've already done a review on. So if you have smelled Guess Dare, there's a great deal of similarity between the two. However, I want to point out that this, at least according to Fragrantica, this came out first. I believe they say this came out in 2013, and Guess Dare, oh no, I thought I Guess Dare 2014. To further compare the similarities, the notes are similar. I already read the notes for this. Maybe I should reread them just so you have it fresh in your mind. So you've got the fruit on top, which the fruits in this one are the velvet, peach skin, bergamot, and pear blossom. And then I really would rather go back and forth reading them. Let me relook. Oops, sorry. Sorry, I did have this already. Here we go. Played around with my computer screen so much. So going back to Guess Dare, they've got the fruit on top with that fragrance with kumquat, pear blossom, and lemon blossom. So instead of kumquat, this is the peach skin, and they both have pear blossom in the top. It's too late in the night, I'm tired. Top notes. The Guess has the lemon, this has the bergamot. Then going to the middle notes in this are the white rose, Jasmine Sambac, and violet candy, which I want to talk more about. And the Guess is the cactus flower, jasmine, and wild rose. So you got the jasmine and the rose. And then the Guess says woody notes and coconut, which, by the way, in the Guess Dare, I don't think I recall really getting the coconut, but I recall thinking I wish there were. I wish I had them side by side, because I like the Guess Dare, but my eldest daughter liked it, and I ended up giving it to her the last time she was over here. And the base notes in this are the musk and sandalwood, but this also has the vanilla bean. So I also wanted to read to you the description that is listed with the where I found the notes with the Palm Beach site, because I feel like it's a good description. It says, AV Glamour opens with the soft sensuality of velvet peach skin kissed by the youthful sparkle of fresh bergamot and delicate pear blossom. A playfully elegant heart blooms through the purity of white rose and intoxicating Jasmine Sambac, accented with the nostalgic sweetness of violet candy. Warm, comforting background notes of musk, vanilla bean, and sandalwood wrap the fragrance in a creamy decadence. Like I said, there is a creaminess to this. I was telling you, it dries down to this creamy jasmine sandalwood, and it still has that peach. It has all the notes, but still in the dry down, you have that peach, and you have that bit of what I find to be like a really mouth-watering, like metallic, that hint of metallic from the rose, I think. So I really like this. If you have this, or if you go out and get it and try it, tell me what you think about trying it indoors and then also trying it in the evening, because I'd like to see if you notice the difference as well. It's very, very pleasant in both environments, but I think that it earns the name Glamour in the cool of the evening. I really like this. I'm really glad that I purchased it finally. I should have purchased it before, but I'm glad that I found it in Burlington. That's the first time I've seen it in Burlington. I've seen it in TJMAXX before. And very nice hot pink silver box. What somebody else mentioned, somebody on Fragrantica said that they thought the Adrienne, I guess I'm saying her name right, Vittadini, used to be made in Italy. I don't know if that's true or not. I just read somebody, and then somebody said that theirs had been made in China. Actually, this was made at the Palm Beach shop. This one that I have anyway. So that's funny that's where I ended up looking up the notes. So this one was manufactured in Palm Beach. I'm sorry, by the Palm Beach Beauty LLC, but in Delray Beach, Florida. So not China or Italy, USA, Florida, which I'm perfectly happy with. So I need to move to Florida for the cold season, just like all the other people. I just turned 46, so I'm feeling that like I love all our states and I love the seasons, but I think I'm ready to spend the ultra cold seasons, or months, I mean, in sunny, hot, warm Florida. So anyhow, back to this. So I said I wanted to talk more about the violet candy. That seemed familiar in my mind, violet candy. And I don't know if I've ever tried any or not, but I had to look it up, and apparently it's mostly a French thing where the violet is totally edible. You know, you can have it in salad, you can bake it, you can eat it raw. So it's really a French thing. We all decorate cakes with flowers, but I think the French started the violet candy with putting sugared violets. So it's nice crystallized sugar on the little violet flowers and putting it on the cakes and whatnot. But I also saw other different versions of violet candy where it was with mint or chocolate or an anise or anise, however you care to say it, which is a spicy, almost licorice-like, black licorice type flavor. It all sounds delicious to me. Of course, there's like violet tea and violet syrup. And now it's got me actually craving eating violet stuff and drinking violet tea. It sounds really good right now. So the note is not just violet, which by the way, violet can either, it's kind of versatile. It can be dry or even jammy. You know, it's floral with that slightly powdery, but it can also be earthy. It's a really neat note. And in the Middle Ages was considered an aphrodisiac. Like I said about this being sexy, we all know jasmine and sandalwood are aphrodisiacs. And then I was just reading on how the Greeks were just obsessed with violet flowers and would wear the crowns of violet flowers and use them to relieve headaches and to sleep well and for some body aches and pains. Violet is anti-inflammatory. A lot of the old herbalists would prescribe candied violets if you had like a chest cold. Just some added info that I was just reading up on. But yeah, in summary, I really like this, and I will probably actually use this whole 3 ounces up probably sooner than you might think, sooner than expected, because I really like it. It's really easy to pick up and wear. I think I already said this in this video. I feel like you could wear this in the office, or you could, you could wear it on date night, in my opinion. I think it deserves the name AV Glamour. This is a really pretty fragrance, and I would buy it again as well. And I also wouldn't mind checking out whatever the AV original or even the other flanker, the Glamour, whatever it is. I think it said Midnight Blossom or something somebody said, which I think looks like this bottle but has a slight pinkish or something tint along the very top of it. Not solid, but tint. If you guys have tried the original or the other flankers, please let me know. If you like this one, let me know. If you go out and buy it and you like it or you don't like it, I find it hard to believe that you would dislike it. Let me know. And like I said, tell me if for you it has that different effect indoors versus in the cool of the evening. I'm very happy with this, so I'm glad I finally purchased it. Like, subscribe, and share your thoughts and comments. And you guys have sweet dreams or good morning or whatever the case when you're watching this video, whatever the case may be for you. I hope it's good.